If a makeover is on your holiday wish list, you are in luck. Esana Plastic Surgery Center and Med Spa is here to fill us all in. Please welcome Doctors Javier Davila and Deborah Pan. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you so much.
Listen, we often talk about plastic surgery. We all think about, at least I think about, my eyes. Is that the first spot that you notice a lot of us see the aging process kind of start?
Absolutely. The problem is that the eyes don't have the advantage of very thick skin. It's actually the thinnest skin of the entire body and therefore has less barriers to age, time, dehydration, and is the first place that lines show up.
Would you say that having eye surgery is where we can get the biggest bang for our buck?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason is that for relatively little cost when compared to other plastic surgery procedures, relatively little downtime, and very little discomfort and recovery, you can actually gain a big improvement in your looks. And honestly, when people talk to you, the first place they look at is your eyes. And so what better place to start than eye rejuvenation?
The eyes are really telling. The eyes are very telling. Would you say, though, is it just one treatment that we would come in for? I mean, is it several treatments, Dr. Davila? What do you say to that?
It is a single treatment.
Okay.
Since you are actually doing surgery and removing some of the excess skin that's built up and some of the problems that you have, then you treat it. It's like you reset the clock, you gain 10, 20 years on your looks, and then you start up again. So it's a single treatment for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Gaining some extra years on your life. How long does it actually, the surgery itself, take? Does it differ for different types of surgery on your eyes?
It is. It depends on the complexity, how much you're doing. If you're only doing the upper lids or if you're taking care of bulging in the lower lids, it could be anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on how much work you do.
Okay, talk to me about pain and recovery, Dr. Pan, because I always worry about that. I mean, what are we talking about in terms of pain and then the recovery time?
Recovery takes about total anywhere between 5 to 7 days.
Okay.
Depends on how much work is being done. There is always some expectation for a little bit of bruising and swelling, but most of it really starts to resolve after about day 3 after surgery. Most of our patients, discomfort-wise, maybe Tylenol, maybe something sometimes a little bit stronger than that, and oftentimes nothing. So it really depends on how complex the surgery is, but for the most part, relatively little discomfort.
And when we talk about having eye surgery done, I'm just curious, if you are kind of an expressive person like myself, and you have that surgery done, we're not talking about anything like relaxing where I'm going to have the same situation I had prior. Would I, or it would basically hold up?
You wouldn't. It would hold up, and actually you would go through the normal pattern of aging that you would otherwise. So it's something that takes years to build up. And if you're very expressive, it's not going to change your expression. It's something that will just kind of clean up and rejuvenate.
And I'm going to ask Dr. Pan this because you're a lady.
Yeah.
How soon after can I wear makeup?
Usually about a week afterwards once the stitches are out.
Okay.
And the stitches come out anywhere between 5 to 7 days. So immediately once that's done, you can put makeup on the upper eyelids. And sometimes if there's a little bruising elsewhere, if it's away from the incision line, you can actually dot concealer almost pretty quickly.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Now, do you recommend having this procedure or having a combination of procedures done at the same time? Like if you wanted your upper eyelid done and something on the bottom, would you do them at the same time or no?
Absolutely. And it depends on, what you're looking for and how much of a change you're willing to kind of go through at any one time. Eyelid surgery, obviously, uppers and lowers are a common combination.
Okay.
And some people combine it with facelift, or if they're coming in for something else, either breast or abdominal surgery, we often will just touch up the eyelids at the same time. Make it all
rejuvenate the whole body. I love it. Sounds good to me. Now, listen, you did bring some really awesome before and after pictures, and I had the luxury of looking at these yesterday. Unbelievable. So if we can, we'll put some of those on the screen and just kind of walk us through what we're seeing here.
Sure.
This one here.
This is a lady who basically felt that her both upper and lower eyelids were just showing her to be older and more tired than how she felt. And when she looked in the mirror, she just didn't like what she saw. So I did a upper eyelid surgery as well as her lower eyelids and just basically tightened up the skin, refreshed her look, but kept her looking like herself, just younger.
Unbelievable. At least 10 to 15 years off. And it's not so taut that you look like you've undergone major surgery.
Most of my patients really ask me to stay natural, and so that's something I take very seriously and try and get them the results where they still maintain their own appearance and just look refreshed and not plastic or overdone.
I like that. Let's look at this other picture here. And a man at that. I like this. Okay.
So this is a gentleman, again, who felt that he just wasn't looking the way he felt in the mirror and just wanted to refresh back to his actual, what he felt was his chronologic age. So we took the excess eyelid skin from the upper eyelids, and you can see he has more severe wrinkling of his lower eyelid skin, and so we took care of that as well and just kind of brought him back to a look that doesn't look like he even had surgery, and made him feel more confident going out and back into the workforce and personal relationships.
He looks really refreshed. We have another example, I think, don't we? Do we have one more example there? Look at this. Now what are we seeing?
Similar thing, some heaviness and redundant skin of the upper eyelids and a little bit of puffiness of the lower eyelids. And there we took away a little bit of skin of the lower eyelids as well as the upper eyelids, and also extracted a little bit of the fat prominence of the lower eyelids.
It's really unbelievable to me how much you can do for the under part of the bags for your eyes, and what a difference that makes.
Absolutely.
Do we have one more? We have one more picture that we're showing here, and this is the new procedure. Share with us, Dr. Pan, if you will, what this is. This is the eyelash treatment, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
This is a new product that you may have seen on the airwaves. It's called Latisse,
Yes.
and this is actually me. Before is on top, after is the bottom picture, and this is after eyelash treatment. It's a daily application of a prescription product, and works wonders for eyelash growth.
Do you have to come into the office to have this done?
It's not that you have to have it done, but we do have to sit down for a consultation, and we dispense the product at our office, and we'll teach you how to use it.
Unbelievable. So Brooke Shields was telling the truth.
She was.
Okay, just want to make
absolutely.
sure. Well, we appreciate you being here. Let's put the information on the screen. If you want more information on Esana Plastic Surgery Center and Med Spa, just come to our website, WTNH.com. Click on Connecticut Style. We'll provide the link, and their information is right there on the screen. And you guys are just right down the street from us.
Yes, we are. Just
Walking
a few blocks
distance.
away. Absolutely.
We like that. Dr. Pan, Dr.
Thank you
Davila,
so much.
thank you both so much for being here.